Hello. So, I've got thoughts on the trailer 2. I've watched a couple people go. Well, I say a couple people. I watched Gibby watch it, and then I watched someone go, "Yo, oh my god, that's Golden. That's Wizard Freddy, and oh my god, that's this and whatnot." But I've got my own thoughts, so let's just watch it.
So you wanna tell me about your bad dreams?
It's always the same.
This scene, to me, running down the hall, reminds me of like Midnight Motorist in a way, right? Because this is very clearly before William's spring lock failure. So she's running from him for whatever reason. We assume it's William, at least. It could be... No, it could only be William. Whether he's like... Obviously he's abusive, drunk, whatever. Like the long corridor, and then I assumed she would lock herself in the room at the end. That reminds me of Midnight Motorist.
Your dad.
That. Or is it? Those are medical tools. They are not for sewing or building animatronics. Those are medical tools, which is extremely interesting. Because, like, what does that mean? Does this mean that before the William's child's death, that he's... This is before the MCI, so I have absolutely no idea what this could be referring to. There's probably a book or something. I mean, this could be like Nightmare Chambers bullshit, but I don't think it is. And I have no idea what these tools could be referring to at all. Also, this implies that William built the wizards, right? At least we assume this is definitely Vanessa. This is a blonde girl.
Your dad.
Yeah, that's definitely a blonde girl, so that's not Charlie or something. In this universe, William built the wizards. Okay, right, listen. This is a trailer, okay? Everything in this is important. This is not just this is a FNAF trailer. This is gonna be picked apart to shit, right? A big chest box motif. That is a FNAF 4 box. It has to be. And we can assume it's filled with the toys of the kids, because we see in a scene she pulls out marbles, the Garrett's plane, and something else. I think that's the FNAF 4 box.
Forward. Until you deal with some of the mess you left in your head.
My father...
Mirror. That only, to me, thinks like To Be Beautiful, like Eleanor kind of shit. But the TV is interesting. Because this... Oh, fuck off. I assume this means that...
Until you deal with some of the mess you left in.
Yeah, there's some kind of like video or training tape or something from William committing crimes or something, right? It has to be.
Your head.
My father was a monster. You know that.
Everyone called it an accident, but it wasn't until years later when the
Henry Emily. So this was like this note is saying like, oh, I'm sorry, missed birthday, blah blah. So this is Charlie. This is 100% Charlie. Striped shirt, puppet. That's just
everyone called
fact.
it an accident, but it wasn't until years later when those 5
Right. Also, what do you mean accident? In this universe, does William just run over Charlie? Is it just hit and run? It must be for it to be an accident. Unless Charlie dies some other way. Yeah, it was either hit by a car, which is the only thing that could ever be an accident, or she was caught in some machinery or something, spring locked or whatever. But that wouldn't make any sense because she's in the puppet. She had been hit by a car. She pulled the classic David Murray.
children went missing. But I knew she was
Charlie first. Charlie first. We've got Charlie first. Which is bizarre. Because she's the protector, right? You know, the others are under my protection. She hasn't protected fucking anyone then, right? Because, like, is she the only person she couldn't have protected was Garrett. And then immediately afterwards, we see Charlie die before the MCI. Which means Charlie was a useless, big air quotes, protector.
murdered by him.
Right. This part confuses me. Because that is clearly an injured boy. But for what purpose? I think this is not real. I think this is a dream sequence. I think, not necessarily a dream sequence, but I think Charlie here is the puppet. Kind of like how in the first movie, in the dreams, and at the very end, Golden Freddy materialized as a little boy. This is the puppet. This just is the puppet. Yeah, stripy arms, puppet, blah 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 blah. Well, I'm curious. Fucking piece of shit. Ooh. Come on. Right, yes. Over here. That is the body of the child, I believe.
Are you ever gonna go back?
2 years later when those 5 children went missing. But I knew she was murdered by him.
That would go under the whole protector thing, right? And I don't see any reason why she would scream unless she is literally the puppet there and she's screaming but no one can hear her. And that's going to be part, like, the horror behind it. But the little boy, no idea who it could be. It could be this version of Sammy from the books. I heard Gibby say that. It could be like Dave Afton, Adam Afton, whatever, Evan Afton, one of the crying child things. We didn't really get a good look because it could be Garrett. It could. Unlikely. Very, very unlikely. But I think, because in the books and stuff, William always kidnaps kids. And there's a theory going around that he even kidnapped the crying child, right? You know, Immortal and the Restless. that kind of thing. But at the moment, no idea.
Are you ever gonna go back to Freddy's, I mean?
I find it so funny how Abby is like quadrupled in size since the first movie. That's a whole ass grown woman right there.
I think my sister is here.
Okay, so the first time. I'm so glad they used the Balloon Boy sound effects. But here, someone says something, and I've no idea who.
Where are you gonna run to?
Who is that? There is some, like, guy later on, I'll point him out, who could be that guy. Or it could be Henry or something, but I think it's going to be the guy coming up in a bit. Ready. Bonnie looks fucking perfect. It's so good.
What do they want with my sister? Half of this town will be dead by morning.
This part really confused me. Because either half of the town are all criminals and the AI in the toys are killing them all, or they're possessed. They have to be possessed here. There's no other reason for them to go out killing people. The toys have to be possessed from parts from the Wizards. I think that is pretty much all but confirmed now. At least in this universe. I mean, Mangle looks so good. Oh. Yeah, whatever you say. So, that's my thoughts. I think the real interesting questions are whether it's called the medical equipment. That's the interesting bit. And did we see that guy? Or was that the guy from the first movie? Maybe I'm completely losing my mind. Maybe that person don't exist.
This?
I don't know. It's in Gibby's video. Go watch that one. That one's better than this one anyway, by like a million times. But I think that covers pretty much all of my thought processes around the second FNAF 2 trailer. Yeah. Bye bye.